Hi, sweetie. Good to see you back. Waiting for everybody else to come back in. Is it still blurry or can you see me just fine? Guess we have to give everybody else a couple seconds. Here we go. Is it clear? Can you see? Says still blurry. Okay, I'm seeing much better. Okay, I'm seeing. What the hell? I don't know what the heck is going on. Alrighty, we tried. We tried. Lord have mercy. I'm gonna try again with the camera, cause damn it, this is maybe it's the camera. Hold on. Was it the camera, y'all? I've never had this issue ever a day in life. You know what? You're right. I can also stream from Station Head. You're right. I'm inviting everybody that's on Station Head to come on in, y'all. Alrighty, so we're now going live from YouTube and Station Head at the same time. Alrighty. Oh, hell, y'all in here quick as hell on Station Head. Okay, let's get it. So here we go. The first tap in was on the accusation from Stunner about Ray J and the accusation she made about his involvement with Wendy Williams. I love this. Hey. So what we saw earlier for everybody just joining in Station Head is that there appears to have been a plan in motion that had been going on for what appears to me to be years before anything actually came into fruition to where it really started to look bad. Thank you, Galactic Barbie Doll. For everyone who is in my YouTube, this is my station head name, Miss Angel the Oracle, if you'd like to join in on Station Head. So, yeah, this had been going on for a while. So, this is not just about Ray J. We had a very interesting question about if as you called him, Whack Keisha. If Whack Keisha was involved in this. So I'm going to clear the table and I'm going to, restart this reading to see if there was any alignment because it appears sometimes with him where there's smoke, there's fire, and he pops up in some very unusual places, to say the least. I see y'all. Hey, everybody. All right, so was Waukesha involved? Hey, Rainbow Salt, sweetie, how are you? Behind Dowface. Leroy Jacob, Ivory, hi. Hey, Jamila. All righty, was Waukesha involved? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me make sure I got my cards facing the right way. Yeah. So for those who can see me right now on YouTube, y'all see this? Five of Wands to the World. Fighting the end of a cycle. Now, why would this come up with his name? Fighting the end of a cycle. Forward movement, the Chariot. Hey, Bostress, how are you, sweetie? King of Wands. King of Wands is also someone who takes action. Justice for us. You might be on something with this one. Hey, Elizabeth, sweetie. Y'all, look at this. To everybody that can't see me in Station Head, we have two cards that just came out, which is the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. That's an interesting combination because that means that someone was running back messages in secret, and also to someone that is in very high authority. These cards is in every which direction. Hold on. There we go. Remember what I told y'all about an opportunity. So here it is, the Page of Pentacles, which represents a financial or a possible new opportunity coming through when it has to do with business, money opportunities. This was a new opportunity. And there was a judgment. And see, when judgment happens, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Lenormand Tarot, this is the card of Gabriel. And Gabriel's the archangel that the Heavenly Father sends when he is told to blow his horn to collect the souls before Judgment Day, the souls of the saints. This is someone, Seven of Pentacles just came out to hit the table. So we've got this, the card of investing, because Seven of Pentacles is investing so that you can reap a larger harvest. This is also the card of as you sow, so shall you reap. We've got the Ace of Swords, excuse me. We've got the Eight of Swords here, which represents entrapment, okay? Being held against your will. We know that right now, Wendy is not in control of her faculty. She's not in control of her money. She's not in control of anything that has to do with her life and making any decisions. So to see that this Eight of Swords pops out at the bottom of the deck shows that, and I got to say allegedly, but shows that allegedly there was a long thought out plan to trap her, get a hold of anything that she has invested in, slow up her money, and bring judgment to her. Hey, Sanvi, I don't know if I spoke to you earlier. Hey, Miss Ladon. So interesting that we would bring up Waukesha, and this is what comes out. Now, I always said he pops up in the strangest of places. But it's not a surprise because him and Ray hang like wet socks. Even with this situation going on between Tronix and Zeus, Ray made it very clear that him and Wack are always around each other. They're bosom buddies. Now, how long the history goes back, we don't know. But for it to pop up here, it's been years. And when I mean years, it's been a very long time. So, to reiterate what I've been saying to y'all since last year when Stunner was on the Zeus Network and I did that reading on her energy, I told y'all that she has to be very careful what she says because it will affect her career. They will completely eliminate her career. And if she's not careful, the things that she says, she will not be safe. I see Gamble in the chat. That's another very interesting name. That's always somewhere where something is happening. Laying in the cracks and the crevices. Yeah, you said exactly why Keisha and Ray helped Lemon Pepper to start Zeus. Said, I can't wait for Ray J to get the Diddy treatment too. He has his hands in a lot of dirt. Interesting. Interesting. Well, he's definitely coming up on both sides of this reading. So, like I said, Stunner gonna have to be careful about the things that she says because I promise you, I saw this last year that she was gonna uncover some things with some of these admissions that she was gonna make, and they were gonna be detrimental to her. She's swimming in shark infested waters. So Ray J is always in every issue. Let me see what y'all talking about over here on Station Head. So yeah, this is let me tap into the energy around Stunner Girl because I want to know why she's risking herself to kind of put some of this stuff that she's saying out here. Show me the energy around Stunner Girl. Why is Stunner Girl making these claims? Oh, card came out in backwards. Now, interesting enough, we got the Six of Wands that came out here, which is like forward movement towards victory. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups, which means that she is very intuitive and she knows a lot, and she feels that this is going to help propel her and push her forward. But I don't think she realizes what she's getting herself into. Now, this was just at the bottom of the deck, and it came out the Queen of Cups. So remember also, Ray was the handler for... I love these nicknames you're giving me. It says, remember that Ray was also the handler for Kodak Polaroid at the WH, so the White House, with Mr. Agent Orange as well. There is a deep hole around the work that they've been doing. Interesting. That's definitely an interesting comment. Um, Now we've got the Ten of Cups here. So this is telling me that she knows some very intriguing things, some interesting things attached to these people's families as well. And that's, like I said, this is where things get dicey. This is where she has to be very careful about the things that she says, about the things that she's getting herself into, because this is exactly what I mean by she's getting in shark infested waters. Because here it is, the Hermit. Now, the hermit is somebody who is well studied, who's by themselves, okay? But well enough with the hermit, this also means that she's by herself. She's alone. So when you're alone and you don't have anybody to protect you, you're very vulnerable. Hey, butterflies, thank you for coming in. She said that Ray J was stopping bags. Wow. Okay, so funny you said that, and I just pulled the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands means hardship, and it comes right after the family card. And it's like there's going to be hardships for her and her family attached to an offer. Okay, the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups could also be a romantic offer. Let's see, on YouTube, we got a comment says, I believe Brandy knew exactly what was going to happen to Whitney. Next comment is, when does asking for your bank statement and not wanting to work with the bank employee cause a guardianship? It's called show me my money, show me what my money is doing, and I don't like you, so get someone else to tell me about my money. Yeah, this was definitely an interesting thing, and we need to be careful with that because we don't know how these banking systems will possibly turn this on regular everyday people, because they claim that this all started because of the pattern and how she was spending her money. But if even if you spend your money down to the last dime, as long as there's no fraud, the bank should not be concerned with how you spend your money. It sounds more like, to me, they weren't getting enough incurred interest on the money, and they were trying to ensure that they were making the money, their money, off of her money. For everybody on station here, that was a reference to the Wendy Williams reading that we were doing earlier, where they were talking about her conservatorship and how it came about. So we've got a moon here, which means energy done in secret. So going back to the accusation that Stunner is making about him stopping bags, this is like causing people hardships and secrets. Seven of Cups, considering your options, was at the bottom of the deck. So Two of Pentacles just came out to hit the table. And what that means is that, she went back and forth considering how she was going to handle this. And she decided to go public. And this is attached to money. Ten of Pentacles, a large amount of money. So let's see, who just told me that about the stopping bags on here? Because that was, I want to thank you for that comment. Let me scroll back. So Jamila, you were the one that said that to me. The Queen of Wands came out and hit the table. Yeah, the Queen of Wands came out and hit the table. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So that means that a highly visible woman, an attractive woman, money is running very slow. So you were definitely on to something with that. Yeah, I just decided to go on. This wasn't necessarily planned. Let's see. I should be able to go back. Okay. Hopefully, I should be able to use my regular internet now. Says she lied about being married and who her daughter's father was. Who lied about being married, Miss Ladon? I gotta catch back up. Oh, you're talking about Brandy. Okay. Yeah, that in itself pretty much tanked Brandy's career right along with that car accident. Thank you. Yeah. I never understood why she lied about being married, but then it makes sense because of her family dynamic and them coming out of the church and it being such a taboo for church people. So I understand in that respect, but I really don't think that the public would have cared as much as she expected them to. Yeah, Elizabeth, it was more so, in her mother's influence. I do believe that. Uh, y'all done said Gunica. Y'all talking about Monica? Say yeah, she's got some questionable behavior. Cause what really happened to that boyfriend? Bang bang. Oh, you're talking about the one who passed away at the cemetery. That was a weird situation. So Gunica was around when a lot of people passed away. She was secretly in Memphis when Dolph. Oh wow, never heard that before. No, not no, Jamila, not Wanye. She did date Wanye. I'm answering questions from Station Head as well, everybody. She did date Wanye. Her daughter's father was the producer Rodney Jerkins' cousin. I wish I could remember his name. My apologies, I don't remember his name. But no, it wasn't Wanye. Yeah, says she lied due to the pressure of being perfect. And that's so sad that she felt like she had to be perfect, but that also comes out of her, being raised in a extremely, sanctified church family. But then all these years later, we see, the father Willie being exposed for him, having extramarital affairs allegedly. Said her family owns a funeral home. I heard that before. Said Brandy was getting into it with, she was getting into it with Adina Howard. What? Lord have mercy. They don't even seem like they're on the same register. Said, can you read into the energy around the note Whitney gave Brandy? I actually read into that a couple of lives ago. I want to say maybe 2 or 3 lives ago. I did 2 separate decks. Okay, so her and Wanye, y'all station here, they telling me something over here on YouTube. They're saying that Brandy was going back and forth with Adina Howard over Wanye. I promise you that don't even feel like it's supposed to be possible. That's crazy. Where was I at? Adina got that energy where it seemed like she'll fight you. So I don't think she really wanted it with Adina. Said Brandy. DeMarcus' mom says Brandy was anorexic. We'll have to say allegedly, but she did get extremely, extremely thin right before she had her daughter. Even going up into like the Full Moon album. Said Adina got tea and she needs to write a book. Oh, said she said it. Lord have mercy. Brandy don't want it with Adina, honey. Miss Adina will go round for round. That woman give you all the energy of she will fight. She will nuck if you buck. I don't know if y'all remember when Brandy and Monica did the music awards. They did that performance of The Boy Is Mine, and both of them had to be on opposite sides of the stage because they got into a fight backstage. And they was singing, looking mad as hell, and everybody was talking about how convincing they looked. Oh my God. But yeah, let me wrap this reading up. So what I can see with Stunner Girl is, I mean, she has had money slowed up, but like I said, she has to be very careful about what she says because this ain't what she want. This is a whole new league. Yeah, Brandy Show ain't want none. Y'all, this is where we're going to close this one out. Two of Swords, Six of Pentacles. That's somebody being cut off from a very large amount of money. But it's interesting because Six of Pentacles is like unearned income. So either it was a bonus that she was supposed to get for like a signing bonus or something, or it was some under the table money. But it was definitely a large amount of money. So that's why we got Stunner Girl giving us all these gems, because somebody done cut her money off. But what she don't realize is they'll cut off more than that. She not playing with no regular run of the mill, street dudes. Let's see, what does it say? Wasn't Brandy the one responsible for the guy from the group Immature having to wear the eye patch? Yes. Yes. That turned out to be true. You're talking about Romeo. I mean, not Romeo. What's his name? I can't even remember his name right now. The one that had the blonde hair. Um, she definitely threw something. It was Romeo, so I was right. Because his name is Jerome. Romeo. It's been so long. Yeah, it was Romeo, because Romeo was the one that had the blonde hair. He said that whatever it was that hit him, the lens of it cut his eye, and the lens of his eye literally fell out. And he had to have surgery, and that's why he had to wear that eye patch for years. And excuse me, I watched the interview where he explained exactly what happened. I think he said she threw a book at some. Yes, there it is. She threw a book. She was trying to hit Marcus and Miss Marcus, and it hit Romeo dead square in his eye. Wow, I said his eye is funny looking into this day. I mean, I would just be completely floored, like outdone, to see the lens of my eye fall out. Because they said they had to pick the lens of his eye up to rush him to the hospital so that they could do surgery to reattach the lens of his eye. I didn't even know that could happen like that. And the interesting thing was, his family never sued her and her family for that. Yeah, Miss LaDon said I would have sued her for everything she had. Yeah, because that's a lifetime injury. His eye will never be the same. And it's no telling how, we don't know if he's legally blind in that eye due to that, or if he can, process light properly from that eye. Because we're talking about, eye surgery now versus then. it's not that they didn't do a good job, but the technology is way different now. It's updated, so it's no telling what's going on with his eye. So he did lose his sight in that eye. Thank you for telling me behind Dow face. That's messed up. Wow, you said that happened to a guy you knew in middle school. Yeah, his family definitely should have sued for at least the lifetime treatment of his eye, because his eye will never be the same. Even if they were to, surgically treat it now, it is probably so far gone now that, scar tissue and whatever else. But yeah, that was messed up. Like, a lot of people still don't know about that to this day, that she messed that man eye up like that. I always wonder what in the hell had her driving over 100 miles an hour while text messaging on the freeway. Like, why were you driving 100 miles an hour text messaging? Yeah, I saw that. I just got an inbox. Like, just, I mean, 100, think about that, y'all. 100 miles an hour text messaging. And we talking about back when there was no text to talk, where you, like, when we had to, this was back when you used to have to type in the characters. Y'all remember texting when you used to have to type in the characters? Hey, Bria. We were speaking on when Brandy had injured Romeo's eye from immature, messed his eye up for life. Yeah, she ended up. Since I'm on YouTube, she ended up unaliving somebody because she was driving 100 miles an hour while text messaging. Like, what would make you do that? Texting back then was way harder than it is now. You literally had to go through all the different numbers on the phone to pick the right characters, to pick the right alphabet, and then it's like you had to go through like maybe 2 to 3 taps before you can get the alphabet correct to do the words. It's nothing like how it is now with texting. Yep, you just said it. Said I remember those phones had to take two keys and like 3 times to get a letter you wanted. Yeah. So to be texting at driving 100 miles an hour, that's crazy. Like, it's crazy to do now. But I don't think people remember how complicated it was to send a text message back then versus how it is now. Like, now you could be driving and you can do talk to text, and you can tell your car to send a message for you. Like, back then, hell, you needed both your damn thumbs, especially if you had like a sidekick or something. You look like you had a game controller. Um, I think the accident was before. If I'm not mistaken, it was before Whitney passed away. Listen, you laughing, talking about some not the characters, Auntie. I should go upstairs and find one of them old ass Android phones I got. I got a flip phone upstairs somewhere that's probably got like 3 years worth of dust on it. Like, you got to see how those phones were. Like, it was actual buttons, and you had to scroll through, on the button to make sure you got the right alphabet, because each button had anywhere from like 3 to possible 4 alphabets. So it wasn't like it is now where you can actually tap the letter, because it did the number first, and then you had the other alphabets to choose from. And then when you got a sidekick, you really thought that you was doing something, because you had the numbers up top and then you had the keyboard with the alphabets at the bottom. But you still had to go through all the different alphabets. See, all of y'all know what I'm talking about. Talking about remember the Blackberries. Said, is it true that Brandy wanted to jump off of a balcony of the hotel when she found out Whitney passed? I never heard that before. We can tap into it. Let's see, what are y'all saying over here? Yeah, she did have a little tension with Aaliyah. I do remember that. And Aaliyah kind of pretty much paid it dust. And that's how it got swept under the rug. But yes, for those of y'all who don't know, there was a, and I feel so cheesy saying this, but there was a back and forth between her and Aaliyah squashed it, and she had to follow suit with Aaliyah. Said Brandy was supposed to, what is that? She was supposed to be Whitney's goddaughter. Said I know Whitney told her she almost drowned in the tub that one time. Yeah. Said then you only get Said then you only text important things, not chat. Them keys will keep you, yep, they'll keep you up all night with one word. Yes, absolutely. That see, and they know what I'm talking about, y'all. To y'all, all of y'all that never had to deal with them old school texts, God bless you. Especially if you had long nails like me back then, because I've always had long nails. Man, texting, you would get mad if somebody wanted to go back and forth texting. Back then, it'd be like, damn it, just call me. I ain't about to be going back and forth with you texting all night. Because texting back then was a full-time job. You said it's frozen? Yeah. Right, you said don't call me until after 9. Right, right, right. After 9 or on the weekends. Because back then it was free nights and weekends, and then we really thought we was doing something when the 9 p.m. turned into 7 p.m. Because I think it was T-Mobile that upgraded the nights and weekends to 7. And then Sprint turned around and came out with the executive corporate plans with the unlimited minutes. And you couldn't tell me nothing because I think I had the first plan that had 8,000 minutes. 8,000 minutes a month. I was talking to everybody like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot I have an executive plan. Oh man. Yeah, free nights and weekends texting was like 10 cents to text. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yes, and I flew on that sprint plan so fast. I'm telling you, I was signed up on that sprint plan before they could even finish making an announcement. Cause I was always in the mall, y'all. I wish I had better money sense back then. Cause make it rain was an understatement. I had stores that had me on speed dial. Like we put a whole rack to the side for you, and I go to the mall, try to sneak into one store, and the other store see me, be like, "Oh, you wasn't gonna come and see us?" Yes, says you was the issue. You had the 8,000 minutes. You could. I'm telling you, baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like I got the 8,000 minute plan, and that's we still didn't have social media like the internet on your phone the way you got it now. We still didn't have that yet. Miss Zoe over here with the bundle. She got the stacks emoji. Oh my goodness. Listen. And that's back when I want to say I was a casino girl back then, y'all. Like I had the little Playboy bunny outfit for work. Like I had just graduated from the flip phone. Not the bundles. That listen, that's how I felt, Ivory. I was on the phone just like that. Oh my goodness, y'all are cutting up, man. I'm telling you, y'all got it. To y'all that don't know what the hell we talking about, this sounds strange to y'all. Y'all got it great. Like I remember back in the day when you used to have to send them messages on the sidekicks, like sidekick to sidekick, and we didn't have the social media like the Instagram and all this stuff you got now. Yeah, I threw a Memorial Day party, right? And I told a couple people that I'd run across that I was gonna throw this party. Had the Back then I had my own recording studio. I want to say this was probably like my third year open, and I had no idea how many people was gonna come. Y'all, they sent the message for my party, sidekick to sidekick. 500 people showed up in less than 30 minutes. We was in there so tight. If you wanted to light a cigarette, the person next to you had to light it because that's how close we was. Everybody was sitting here like this. So what are you streaming on? A toaster. Okay, well let me get your Pop Tart ass up out of here. There you go. Cause you don't have to be here. Yeah, so everybody had a BlackBerry when those came out. Yes, yes, yes. Said it was a party city, are you? Listen, when I tell you so many people came, even the police pulled up, I told them, I said, listen, get them whatever they want so that we don't get in trouble. We probably fed the half of the precinct. But let me see, what's the next thing y'all we gonna tap into? Hey, Lakia, I'm glad that you enjoyed. Yes, the good old days. Just imagine if we had social media back then. I'm so glad we didn't, not the way we got it now. Like when you look back at like Black Planet and what's the other one? You said Tory. We can do an update on Tory. Said you had big money if you had a BlackBerry. Yeah, that or if you had the Nextel with the chirps. Like Lipstick Alley, all of that. Like, y'all, I remember the first camera phone. Jesus Christ. Y'all remember when the first camera phone you used to have an attachment that you used to have to plug into your phone? Before they actually had the camera in the phone, you used to have an attachment. Oh my goodness. I saw an Ice Spice. Yes. Black Planet. Was that girl? MySpace and Black Planet. That's what it was. Said I was in the sixth grade when y'all was talking about all of this. Now I'm 30. Ooh, you just made me feel extra old. Said the Razor Motorola. I never got the Razor. I'm glad I didn't. Everybody I know that had a Razor broke their Razors. Yeah, said we were all website developers and coders when MySpace came out. Man, just to think, y'all, Nikki started off on MySpace. Like her Escape, all of them, they were on MySpace. If some of y'all could see how MySpace looked compared to how social media looks today, y'all would be laughing at us because it's like it's like the difference between seeing one of these new video games that just came out and then going back and playing Street Fighter. I said, I remember that song hit me on my next till chirp. I hated the chirp because people would always be ghetto as hell, loud on the chirp. And it's like, I don't want to know all of that. I don't even want to hear all your business. Would you say I've been hot since flip phones? Man. And just to think, they bringing flip phones back. They just start bringing them back. Said I had a hot pink Razor Motorola, and it used to run hot as hell. Yeah, that was one of the ones I didn't have. Yeah, using different backgrounds and switching the music was top tier with MySpace. Yes. That's going back to like LimeWire and all of that. You use LimeWire and get cussed out because you done got a virus on your mama computer trying to download music. Let's see, before I get off in the Tory, I'm going to do a quick tap in on Ice Spice since I saw that up on the screen. Oh my gosh, Bebo. Said I almost got kicked out of college for the damn share file sharing. AOL CD to use the internet. Yes. Oh my God. Dial up internet and somebody get on the phone and you can't get on the internet. Oh my gosh. So AIM was so much fun. So ICE has no originality. LimeWire is AI generated site now. Wow. I remember when Napster almost crashed the whole entire music industry. Like the music industry almost went out of business in about a month. Yes, the dial tone to sign into AOL. Absolutely. Y'all remember when AOL used to talk to you and tell you, you've got mail? Hey, Princess Pooh. And when you go to send your email, it'll make that flight sound with the little paper plane. So I used to be mad because my parents never paid for the unlimited minutes. Oh, man. Yes, calling the time for time and temperature. I wonder is the time number still working? For some of y'all young people, you used to could call a number to find out what time it was. I know that seems so archaic right now, but you could call to find out the time, and then you could also find out what the weather was going to be over the phone. All right, let's tap into the energy around Ice Spice. How is this album and this tour going to do? Seven of Swords to the Nine of Cups. That's interesting. So this is like by any means necessary to get a wish fulfillment. So she's about to do whatever it takes to get. No, you did not put the number in here for the time and the weather. I'm done. She's about to do anything necessary, whether it's a little underhanded or not, to do what she got to do to get to trending, to get the attention that she needs. I cannot believe you just put the number in here. I am too done. So, y'all, remember when I did that reading, When the Ice Melts? We got this Three of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck to this Five of Swords, which means there's conflict in communication with the people that she works with, whoever is on her team. So I had already told you guys that things weren't going as smoothly with her and her management. She realized that she listened to the wrong people. Okay, so like I said, by any means necessary, whatever conflict, whatever she got to do to balance the scales, justice. Card of the Truth is at the bottom of the deck. And this past week she's been trolling for dear life. So this lines up with this energy here. Y'all, it's almost like, here it is, the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck to the Five of Pentacles. She's intuitive. She knows that this is not going to sell the way she thinks it's going to sell. Five of Pentacles is like being in debt, being ostracized, being casted out. From a work situation. Eight of Pentacles just came out, and this is a Tower. If things don't get better, she could possibly end up being released. That said, man, you got me reminiscing about calling the time and temperature. I used to call to see what time the movies were playing too. Yeah, I remember that. What was that? Movie phone. That's what it was called. It said running up my mama phone bill. Oh my gosh. That was back when they had what was that, MCI. To some of y'all don't even know MCI was a phone company. Like you had long distance on the phone, it used to come through MCI. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles. This is sowing a seed for a bigger harvest, and this is why she's trolling. She's hoping that it works. Three of Cups. So, it's like even with the conflict and the communication, the beefing, the trolling, all of that. Oh, singular. Says Singular Wireless was the best. Not waiting until 9 when the minutes are free. Yes, absolutely. So, she, even out of strife, out of beefing, it's to, get this Three of Cups, which would be celebration through third parties, and this conflict through third parties. So let's just say, allegedly, if someone was to drum up a beef, if someone was to manufacture, a situation, it would be, to get a favorable situation out of it. Queen Gigi said she's sneaky though. Hashtag Barb's blackout. Yeah, I promise y'all don't be playing. Yeah, doing this because people are watching. The Page of Swords. The moon falls under justice. So this is a secret way to balance the scales, to get things in her favor. And this is because she's, oh my gosh, speaking of the Barb's blackout, this is because Six of Cups, which represents past energy, Throwback Thursday type energy, falling under the Five of Pentacles. This is because y'all ostracized her. And you got the Eight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. So she's working hard to get her money up. But the Hermit, everything she invested in, she's out here all by herself. So it's like none of this is working. The High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Baby, she about to go through some alternative means to get what she needs. The Chariot, which represents forward movement. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is not going to represent the forward movement she expects. It's like it's going to get slower and slower, unfortunately for her. This Four of Cups almost did a backflip out my hand. Hold on. Yeah, Judgment for harsh communication. So this is you guys pushing back. The public pushing back due to the trolling. People are judging her for trolling. Bottom of the deck is a Tower, so it's backfiring. It's not working in her behalf. And as you can see, the Queen of Wands, which actually represents the Sagittarius. We know that Nikki is the Sagittarius. And we've got the Five of Wands fighting against the Sagittarius in secret to bring balance, or trolling against Nikki to bring balance. Is backfiring. The Five of Coins over the Six of Cups to the Wheel of Fortune. So she may be having problems with her money right now. The budget is not budgeting the way she thought it was going to budget. And she's working to get stable, to do what she needs to do. But this is also the card of being stubborn. And, you know, she's being frozen out of opportunities because the Hermit on top of the Three of Wands is like she's invested in a lot of things, trying to, you know, kind of like throw things against the wall and see what sticks. But then you got the Hermit here, which means she's being ostracized. And then you got the Three of Wands from opportunities. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. She's being cut off. She's being frozen out. Y'all, Barb's blackout is definitely doing what it's supposed to do, because this album is not going to chart. And if it does, it barely. I don't see her charting. It's going to be very dismal when she drops this album. It'll get some, you know, some traffic, but not the traffic that was intended. So if it fails as bad as what I'm seeing, she may be preparing to try to find a new company to work with. Okay, everybody with the loud pipes out today. So LOL, a cap not being able to get to the bag is always going to get to them. They don't like it at all. Well, she better find some other way to market, because the trolling is definitely driving her further and further down the algorithm. It's not working. This is why you got to be very, very, you know, self-aware, and you have to be very careful with gimmicks and schemes, because when a gimmick runs its course, there is no help for you. People get tired of gimmicks. They end up getting tired of you. Said if Nikki told me to switch teams, she don't even have to ask, laughing my ass off. Said I bet she thought Taylor was going to help her. Miss Swift is cool with Nikki. Well, I mean, Taylor did help her. She did a song with her, but I mean, that can only go so far. The rest, you got to be able to carry your own weight. Ice is the Capricorn, sweetie. Let me see what y'all saying over here. Said, can we look into Tiana Taylor and Iman? If I'm not mistaken, I think they just said that the divorce finalized and he did well. Now, what I will say, because I did a reading on the whole Chris Brown and the roller rink skating rink situation, and I tried to upload that video at least 5 times and it would not upload. I don't even know if I still have it, because that was a while back. That was, how long ago was that? Maybe 6-7 months ago. Either way, I actually predicted in that reading that she was going to get a divorce from Iman and then come out. And y'all, this week they just said that her and Kalani are dating. I was so not surprised about that. Because if you look at the chemistry between her and Kalani in that music video they did together, it was obvious that there was sparks. I'm gonna do the Brandy one, and I'm gonna do the uh the Tiana and Iman Shumpert. I said, oh, that was definitely my song too. It was a nice song between the both of them. It had a vibe to it. But yeah, I remember like when I saw that video, um, you could tell there was an intense spark between the two of them. So now they just said this. I want to say yesterday that Tiana and Kilani are a couple. They're dating. So when I heard that, I kind of chuckled to myself because I wasn't surprised. But let's see. I'm gonna make the Tiana and Iman ones quick because I got a feeling there's something to be said about that Brandy one, and I want to give that one a little bit more time. Yeah, I said that's her type. That's what I said. Let's see. Show me the energy between Tiana and Iman. Okay, so we got Knight of Swords coming out first, the message coming in. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. Y'all, ain't this about nothing? Didn't I just say these two are a couple? And you got the two queens that came out. Now, I don't know their signs, but this is showing one is like heart based and the other one is like head over heart. That was just literally reconfirming what I just told y'all was in the press. Oh my God. Yeah, forward movement. Knight of Cups, offering a cup. Y'all, this was about these two dating. Yeah, y'all said the same thing on YouTube as on Station Head. Said there was definitely chemistry. Yeah, this just came out yesterday. That the news of them dating just came out yesterday. Said that video was obvious. Okay, so Kalani's a Taurus. Thank you for that. Okay, so a Taurus and okay, Taurus and a Sagittarius, Earth and Fire sign. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting because the sparks can fly every which way, good and bad. I can't remember the name of the song, but they only have one song together. They got the video came out some years ago. It's something about to the morning. Damn it. Here's the Sagittarius, the Queen of Wands. Oh, and the Tower, King of Wands. Now, what is this Tower? Because this is talking about these two dating, and then there's a Tower. Okay, it's called After Hours. I, oh, so it's called it's called Morning. Thank you. I know it was saying something about until the morning. So either After Hours or to the morning, one of the two. I just remember the video and the energy between them was very steamy. So Page of Cups. So this is saying that there was a lot of flirting in between the two. Oh, baby, listen. Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. These two may have been allegedly canoodling before the divorce because the Ten of Cups represents family. Okay, so yeah, it's called mourning. Somebody is just let me know over here on Station Head. So what this is saying is that allegedly they were already dealing with each other before the divorce. Here you go. Said I thought she was with that girl whose name start with a V. Would that be Victoria Monet? Said the video was about 4 years ago. Yes. Yes, it's not a new video, it's old. So Victoria Monet and Kalani actually were a thing. Lord. This King of Wands falls under the Queen of Swords. And literally, this falls right in between the two women, y'all. So I'm going to keep saying allegedly, but it looks like allegedly these two were hot and heavy and they were an item during the marriage. What? Hold on, wait a minute. It says Victoria Monet broke up with her and Kalani stalked her. Oh no. So she was with Kalani before Kalani got pregnant. Allegedly. That's what I'm reading on the screen, y'all. This a whole lot of, I can't even find the words. I'll say Kalani is an April Taurus. And y'all said Tiana is a December Sag. Okay. Yeah, I know Victoria's married now. They're saying that allegedly Victoria was dealing with Kalani before Kalani got pregnant. So that's some years ago because Kalani and Cardi were both pregnant when they did that Ring song when they put that video out. So that would be like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Yeah, so this is definitely not recent. That's at least 7 years ago. Maybe a little longer because we're talking about Cardi's album came out a little over 6 years ago. Lord, my card's going every which way. Y'all, the Ace of Swords came out, the card of the truth. Ooh wee. It is falling under the Chariot. So funny enough that that's coming out of under the Chariot, which represents Cancer season. So they made it official and released this information during Cancer season. Didn't I tell y'all Cancer season was gonna be interesting? The Magician falls under the Knight of Cups. So that's manifesting a situation through offering your cup to someone. So this looks like, from what I'm looking at, y'all, this looks like the offer was offered from Kalani to Tiana. Okay, said I'm asking if Tiana, Victoria, and Kalani were in a three-way relationship. Y'all, that's a bit much. Good Lord. I will tell you this, there's three queens on the table. Said wonder if they'll get a TV show like The Brat. I need to start having wine. I might need to cancel popcorn for 2024. I need some wine because this is a bit much. Yeah, Victoria is married now for sure. Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is forward movement towards victory for the Queen of Wands, which would be the Sagittarius. So this appears, like I said, this appears like Kalani made the moves on Tiana. Y'all, they done pushed Iman all the way to the side. It's like don't nobody care about Iman at all. Okay, so the tower falls right on top of this Four of Wands, which would be the marriage. And it looks like the actual reason why she got the divorce is because she was choosing between the two, allegedly, because you got the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and then the Two of Wands. So that's telling me that there was a lot of flirty energy going on back and forth until somebody finally said that you got to choose. You said their OnlyFans would have made millions. Oops. What the heck did I miss? What's going on in these comments? So time to re-up on wine. Yeah, I promise you. So Tiana and Victoria have been recently linked and have been very touchy-feely on each other. Listen, I feel like I need to go and just stand in the corner because this is too much. This is too much friendliness. I got cards doing somersaults. I'm gonna put these back in here. I'm gonna put these back in here. Lord, even my deck is like, what? Yeah. Now, like I told y'all, these two queens that came out together over the King of Swords, the world falls out under the king, excuse me, under the King of Wands. The world falls out under the King of Wands. So this feels like allegedly the real energy behind why she filed for divorce. It seems like she likes the company of ladies more than she likes the company of men. And eventually she felt like she had to choose and go with what it was that she really liked. Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles represents also new opportunities coming out of this. New opportunities for work, new opportunities for finances. And this is like how they came together. They started working together. They started networking together. And it seems like things heated up after they started working together, which, like I said, when I saw that video, it felt very obvious to me that something was definitely kicking up between the both of them. Four of Pentacles. So, wow. Yeah, they've been rooted in this whole thing that they've been doing for a very long time, because pentacles can also represent years. So interesting enough that someone just reminded me that that video came out 4 years ago. So this looks like they have been allegedly, dibbling and dabbling with each other for over around the 4 year mark. Five of Swords. So, I mean, Five of Swords represents a lot of harsh communication and arguing. Go ahead, type the question. Y'all see this? How all three parties are, had their backs to one another? So they could end up they could end up having a huge falling out. And remember, y'all said three-way energy, and you just talked about folks being friendly and rubbing up on each other, that can also be a tower to their stability as well. Y'all, these two gonna have to watch it when they get into arguments or whatnot, because this can get tumultuous between the two of them. They both have tempers, they're both highly passionate, and this looks like they can both get to the point to laying hands on each other. Said, because we'll say Henny, because Henny is a lesbian too. She got mad at Chloe because she wouldn't drink. I don't think that had anything to do with being a lesbian. Um, Chloe was, more worried about being image conscious, and she didn't want to be tied up into whatever was going on with Meg's image at the time. And right after that, they stopped her from driving the boat. So I think she was advised against that. Said Iman said that she would lay hands on him. Thank you for that confirmation, because I just told you this is very volatile energy. This is someone that is argumentative, that don't mind throwing hands. I still don't have that energy, Iman. I'm telling you the energy that I got. She was more concerned with being image conscious. She didn't want to be seen in a certain way. So you got the Wheel of Fortune, and it's like a lot of the choices that Tiana made. It's like she was preparing for the next phase of her life as far as her career and her possibly coming out. It's almost like she wanted to detach from him because she knew that she was going into another profitable phase. Said Victoria was all up on Henny a couple of months ago at a party. I did see that. I remember that. Said there's a whole Les Lesit girl clique in Hollywood a few years ago. Lala, Gabrielle, Sierra, Kelly Rowland, Regina, and a few other girls allegedly. Baby, I don't put nothing past Hollywood. That would actually be pretty tame compared to a lot of the things that actually go on. Says she wants a TV show. Well, I know that she's going off into fashion, and fashion is very, she has this androgynous appeal. Fashion loves androgyny. I can't remember the supermodel's name from a years ago. It was a very popular white model who was a stud, and she was very, very profitable because she was androgynous. Tiana has that same type of energy. So Two of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck. This is juggling. This is going back and forth. Three of Cups. This is the card of celebration, partying, and that's also gossip. Pay attention to the fact that there are three people in this card. No, no, no. It wasn't Kara. Was hold on, let me look her up. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. No, it wasn't her. She was definitely very popular in the early 2000s. Let me see. Trying to see if I can find her for y'all. Because she was very, very masculine, but she was androgynous. I don't really see her much anymore. She had dark hair. She kind of like made this whole new segue for like the masculine female models. That's crazy. They're showing so many pictures of everybody but her, and she was like a top model in the 2000s. Okay, well, can't find her, but we'll keep going, y'all. So was it the white girl from America's Next Top Model? She may have been. Let me see. Let me see if the Casey name rings a bell. Okay, I'm gonna try this one too. Now this woman she had her hair cut real short and it was dark. It was brunette. I'm gonna try the Casey one again. Matter of fact, okay, so I see the model from America's Next Top Model. It's not her, but this is definitely closer to that time period. That's crazy because this model was extremely popular at the time. If I'm not mistaken, she did like Calvin Klein ads at the time too. No, it's definitely not Ruby Rose. Yeah, I can't remember her name, but we'll try that one too. Cause that's the energy that Tiana gives, but Tiana's more feminine than her. Okay, so it's not the Lisa lady. It'll come to me when it don't even matter, y'all. This is crazy because the lady was very popular at the time. Like she did like Calvin Klein ads and everything for like underwear and the CK1. This was a white model. She was brunette. She was very masculine presenting. I mean, almost gave you like James Dean type energy with dark hair. But that's the energy that Tiana can. No, definitely not Janice Dickinson. That Janice was not a masculine model. Supermodel, but definitely not. Oh, you said a white model by the name of Ruby Rose. We'll see. Thank you for the correction. Didn't even know. No, this lady is way more feminine. This Ruby, excuse me, this Ruby Rose lady is way more feminine. Yeah, the model that I'm talking about looked like she probably chewed tobacco. She was very masculine presenting, but she was very popular in like the late 90s, early 2000s. I wish I could tell y'all her name. I promise you I wish I could. She was brunette and she had a more pronounced jawline and she was very masculine presenting. I believe she did do a Gap ad. You said Rain Dove. We gonna see. Cause I haven't seen her in years, so she had to have possibly retired. Um, no, it's not Rain Dove. Rain Dove would be too young. This model is closer in like my age range. She would have to possibly like around 40s by now. No, Cass, this is not her, but in that generation though. This is definitely in that generation. You're closer. Oh, you just sent me a whole bunch of stuff talking about Adina Howard admits to love triangle that ended her career. Lord have mercy. What the hell is Lotto doing and why are we looking up her skirt? Okay, I don't want to see that. When I find her picture, y'all, I'm gonna post it on the community board because this is gonna get on my nerves until I figure out what her name is. But she was very, very popular at the time. Um, she was like Vogue, Calvin Klein. Thank you for everybody that's helping me. Lord, how did we end up in these type of shenanigans? No, not Vivian Sloan. I'm telling y'all, this was a very masculine woman. Like she looked like she'll pull over on the side of the road and change your tire and beat your boyfriend up. It's not Agnes Dane. Y'all keep giving me feminine women. No, not Grace Jones. Grace Jones is black and she is definitely not she's not who we're talking about at all. Not Kate Moss. I'm telling y'all, this woman was extremely masculine. She had her hair cut low. Her hair is brunette. Kate Moss is the one that Bill Clinton cut into and said she was heroin chic. I'll never forget that. I'm gonna stop looking for now. Because we gonna go all night. No, Cass, this ain't her. These are newer models. It's like she paved the way for them to use androgynous models. Oh my goodness. But I guess I can cut this one off now. Oh, yeah, she paved the way for androgynous models, but never mind. Either way, like it would be what the heck is going on with it being so dark in here? It's usually not that dark. I'm gonna get this light back on. There we go. Tiana, has the no, definitely not Twiggy. Twiggy is feminine. Icon at that. I would never forget Twiggy. Twiggy is the reason why they started doing ultra thin models. This is someone who didn't her career didn't take off until like around like maybe 99 to 2000. Erica Linder. We always end up going off the rails some kind of way, but whatever. No, this model will be closer to like 40 plus. That's what I'm saying. She was more so. I don't think it's Adriana Lima, but we're gonna see. Hell, one of these names got to be right. Y'all doing better than me because I can't remember a name at all. Okay, so this lady is pretty, but no, this isn't her. Her aesthetic gives me closer to Gia. I don't know if any of you know the model Gia. Very unfortunate demise. Wait a minute. I think this might be her. Hold on. I think I think one of y'all got it right. This is her. The Omira, what's her name? I can't pronounce this. Omira Mota. Yes, that's her. The Journey and Mimi Valdez. Y'all got it right. That's her. So hold on. This is. It only took us 95 years. So this is the model that I was telling y'all that um, she pretty much was like in the image of like a newer, refreshed version. So if y'all can see what I mean with Tiana Taylor and who they were trying to recreate. And thank you, y'all, for putting up with my shenanigans. Because Lord knows, I'm like, I knew who I was talking about. I just couldn't remember her name. So this is who, they would want her to like kind of walk in her footsteps. Okay, so yeah, said, oh, I remember her. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't seen her in forever. You said, oh wow, she definitely does look like she does a mean oil change. Didn't I say she looked like she'll pull over and change your tire? Like she is very strong, masculine presenting, but she was a very popular model. So so hold on, I'm gonna type it in the chat over here so y'all can get the name. Cause if it wasn't for my ladies over here on YouTube, I would have never figured this damn name out. Hold on, where is it? You said congratulations. I knew y'all could do it. That's funny. So here's her name, y'all, over here on Station Head. It only took us all our life. We figured it out. So this is the one that I said that the fashion industry, they wanted to put Tiana in her footsteps. Tiana gives off a similar vibe, but Tiana is more sultry. You said a lot of testosterone. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. Like y'all was giving me all the cute girls. Like they were too soft. This is no damsel in distress here. So when she did the Lagerfeld, walkthrough for the Met Gala and all those types of things, like this is the energy that she represented for them. But she's more sultry, but she's ambiguous, in the same energy. Y'all, thank you, because that was gonna drive me crazy. I was gonna figure that. I was gonna figure it out after I got off of here. Like I knew what I was talking about. Like, what is this woman's name? So if you, now that you see her, you see what I mean by the energy. This is the energy that Tiana represents. To the industry, to fashion, to these people. Like she's going to give that sultry, bicurious, ambiguous rather, energy. So did you see the pic when she dressed and posed as Prince in 2017 for Vogue? I don't think I seen that. I still can't stand Balenciaga, but Tiana ate those looks up at the fashion show. Like Tiana can model with no problem. She has the perfect body for it and she has a good walk. Said I wanted to know too, was going to ask if you could post. Real nosy. Listen, it was driving me crazy. I'm like, I gotta figure this out. But yeah, that she's more in that energy. So, if you see where she's going, you see the energy around her, it makes sense because it's like, even though this is feminine energy that she's involved in, she's still the more masculine of the feminine energy. But back to what I was saying, this Five of Swords to Five of Wands, this is very aggressive energy. This is somebody who will pop off, and you better be ready when she pops off. So this can get very tumultuous between them if they don't have a very distinct line in the sand drawn for respect, because allegedly this is that oops upside your head energy. Said Tiana always has been tomboyish since her teen days. Yeah, but see, this is a difference between tomboyish and actual masculine energy. Like a lot of girls, we were growing up in the 80s, especially in the 90s, like the early 90s. It was cute to be a tom girl, but, a tomboy rather, but it still didn't take away from your femininity. Like she really does has heavy masculine energy. Okay, you said I remember her. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen her. I don't know if that model retired or what, but she was very popular at a certain point in time. See what I mean, y'all? This is the card of juggling until you decide to leave a chaotic situation to move forward. So this looks like Tiana can't sit up here and talk about her husband doing nothing because she was doing her for a while, allegedly. So let's skip forward so we could tap into the energy around Tory. Was Tory up next? Says so she used him for babies. Hmm. Maybe, possibly. I mean, her energy is very heavily masculine. So I don't know how far they could have went in the long run anyway. Because when a woman has that much masculine energy, the only thing that usually can balance it out is hyper femininity. So didn't they bring other women into their marriage? It was Brandy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's Brandy and then it's Tory. So from the rumor mill that I heard, they brought other women into the marriage, but when he decided he didn't want to do that anymore, she allegedly threatened him that she was going to leave him. So here it is, maybe 5 years later after that rumor came out, she left him and is now with a woman. So maybe he should have just let her leave. Let's see, Brandy. Brandy, what cards are we going to use for Brandy? I mean, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Why would you, why would you hold somebody to stay with you and to make them, delve into the things you like just for you to leave them for what you like? Says so she could do polygamy. I don't think she wanted to do polygamy because that would still relinquish some power. I think she more so really just enjoys the company of women, and she finally embraced that. I mean, hey, somebody like what they like. You can only go so long before you end up going in the direction that you really want to go in. Alrighty. So let's look at the energy around Brandy. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, please tap me into the energy around Brandy the night Whitney Houston passed away, the Grammy party, the night Whitney Houston passed away. Yeah, Angel the Babe, that's what it feels like to me. She's very hyper masculine. It's hard for any man to be with a woman that's that masculine. Somebody's got to be able to yield. Okay, okay. Oh, wow. So here it is. This is like a message coming through. Okay. And this is a message from a younger person that came to her. That could have been Bobby Christina, about someone perishing. Okay. Being laid to rest. Four of Swords. This is the second time I got this. The last time I tapped into this, I got the same energy. Eight of Swords. This is someone who was being held against their will. Until somebody got away victoriously. Four of Wands. Y'all, this is going right back into the same energy the last time I tapped in. So you've got this Princess of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And then you've got walking away from a relationship. Now you see that this person appears to be sitting in what looks like an infinity pool or a tub. The Strength, which represents Leo. Yes, these are the Mystic Mondays. So this is a message coming in possibly from Bobby Christina, the younger person. You got this Two of Cups here. This Two of Cups popped out the last time I tapped into this. Said, I missed all of this. I've been asleep. Oh, listen, you probably need to take a nap because we were babbling trying to figure out who this androgynous model was. It took us at least an hour to figure out what the hell I was talking about. Yeah. Um, Two of Pentacles, because this right here shows that this could have went two ways with the Four of Swords. This is either person. This was an either or. Either person could have been laid to rest. If y'all remember, the story was Bobby Christina almost, perished in the tub the night before. So this was either or. Sadly, someone, somehow, some way, was going to end up having this fate. Eight of Swords. Four of Pentacles falls under the Eight of Swords, which represents stability. Someone being trapped, detained, possibly allegedly held against their will, attached to someone's stability. Happening in secret. Seven of Pentacles. This is sowing into a, or investing into a situation. So y'all, same thing I got before. She was leaving behind a situation, and she was taking whatever she had, whatever they had invested in. This is still giving me the same message. She owned all of her music. She was going to leave the company behind, take her own music and invest in herself. Six of Swords, she was leaving behind this toxic situation, and she was going to go independent, owning all of her music. Four of Wands. Y'all, Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups. A family person came through with an offer for some kind of contract negotiation, because Four of Wands also represents going into a contract. She refused. Queen of Wands, Eight of Cups. She refused. She was walking away. And here's the message coming in to the Princess of Cups. Ten of Wands falls under the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is a very well-to-do, established, older man. And what this is looking like to me, this is when Whitney passed the note to Brandy. This is what put the weight of the world on Whitney's shoulders that night. Did Brandy let Clive see this note? Did Brandy let Clive see this note? Five of Pentacles to the Queen of Wands. This is someone who ended up getting ostracized, someone who was pushed out in the cold. Y'all, this is like another one of those offers that Wendy Williams had. This is that get down or lay down. You can leave, but you can't leave with anything. Whatever you have, you're going to leave it here. You want to walk away, you walk away with nothing. Six of Cups falling under the Two of Pentacles. So this is past energy that is attached to this situation. Y'all, the star at the bottom of the deck, that goes back to the Aquarius. That Aquarius popped up the last time we talked about this. And this is under the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Hey, Veronica. I see the name in the chat. Anytime you do an industry reading and you see the Hierophant, this is the powers that be that are falling under the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. She tried to leave, y'all. She tried to leave, and she was restrained, allegedly. Okay, I see somebody over here asking, did Dirk set up King Von? We're going to have to get around to that. Four of Wands, Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups to the Lovers. Y'all, this is some dirty work. You know what? I don't think she underestimated Clive's reach. I think she underestimated the Aquarius. Princess of Wands, Six of Wands. Y'all. There's two princesses over here. I don't think she was the only one that got the message, but I think it affected her the worst. So Brandy is an Aquarius. Interesting. This shows that this was a collaboration. Okay. They were trying to make it hard for her to go independent. Now remember what the question was. Did Brandy allow him to see the note? I feel like this Five of Cups to the Nine of Swords is what caused her to allegedly have all the anguish that she has. I'm literally hearing I only have myself to blame. Said I was flipping on TikTok and this lady said Whitney and her daughter are both just waiting for BB. Wonder why. Said I hate that Brandon, Meg, and Miami are Aquarius. They are not good representations of us at all. Said Brandy really thought she'll take over from Whitney. She even said Whitney told her so. We see that didn't work out too well. Got the Moon here and the Two of Swords. The secret around why someone was cut off or possibly canceled. Sacrifice. And there it is. Two of Swords to the Queen of Wands. cut off the sacrifice of the Queen of Wands, the fire sign. So yes, I think Clive told Brandy that she was going to take her place as well. You never make deals with the devil. The devil is a loan shark. This is telling me she was intuitive. She knew what was happening. Yeah, Brandy regrets showing Clive that note. Just sad. Said Brandy B was the one that has the troubles. Brandy N seems to emotionally be affected as well as mentally. Yeah. See, Whitney was arguing with them over, her catalog. And before it was all said and done, she outsmarted them and she ended up owning her catalog. So, to answer your question, did she try to take a leap? You see these two images, Eight of Wands. This is swiftly. And you see this person about to go over the edge. So that looks like a yes to me. To answer your question, did she allegedly try to jump? And to be honest with you, if you think about it, she ain't been right since. So thank you for giving me that suggestion because I had never heard that one. I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Wow, said I think it was Jill Scott that saved her. Wow, wow, wow. Jilly from Philly. Randy, if that's the case, baby, why are you here? If you think that this is a bad thing, why are you here? The fact that you're here is against your greater judgment. Said they all found a way to own their masters, Whitney, Michael, and Prince, and all got deleted. Yeah. So interesting. Like I never knew that was even a thing, that was a story. Just wow. Uh, okay, now we can go off into energy around Tory. Let me see. What deck am I going to use? All right, we're going into the energy around Tory. Angel spirit guides and ancestors, show me the energy around Daystar Peterson, better known to the public as Tory Lanez. What is to come with the case of Tory Lanez? Show me full disclosure with the AG and his legal team. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to try that again. Cards jumping out like I'm reading Blueface. Six of Wands. Okay, so this is moving forward towards better times. Better known as heading into victory after a long period of rest. Hold on, do I got the... Y'all, let me... Hold on. I always like to have my cards in the upright. I don't do reversals. That way if they come out in reverse, they're supposed to be. Okay, so 10 of Cups represents wish fulfillment in family. Okay, so you got the Death in reverse. So that means something is going to be resurrected or brought back. Something that people thought was gone for good is going to have new life. Seven of Pentacles. This is things that are going to be invested in. Seven of Wands. So this represents the defense, because Seven of Wands represents standing up and defending someone. So there's we know as of this this week that the AG just announced, excuse me, that they are going to start unsealing files. So when you got this Death card in reverse, things that people thought was dead, people thought were gone for good, are going to be, you know, resurrected, brought back to the surface. King of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. So now that's interesting, attached to the High Priestess. Y'all, this is about to get very, very, very interesting. Strap on your wigs, put on your safety belts, because the information that's going to come out when the AG starts unsealing all of these files. King of Pentacles is a very influential person, a very well-to-do person, okay? And to put that over an Eight of Swords, this is going to expose someone that had a very prominent hand in helping him go to prison. Justice card, there's going to be balance. So we've got the Ten of Wands here falling under the Six of Wands. So this is not going to be an easy journey, but it's going to actually be a little more drawn out than people expect it to be. But that's not a bad thing, because they're going to actually go over details that they weren't allowed to go over before. So now you've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse falling under the Ten of Cups is that his family is going to have way less anxiety over this situation, because now things are going to be coming to the surface. Hey, Eugene. What did I say? This death card in reverse, things coming back from the past, those files being reopened. Now we're going to have things being exposed because the sun is shining light on things. We're coming to an end of a cycle with this Seven of Pentacles. That represents for me like money and influence being invested in a situation. Okay. People being able to manipulate a situation. Baby, this AG is not for the games that were in the lower circuit court. So this time around, you got the Three of Cups falling on top of the Seven of Wands, which means that this is going to bring happier times for the defense counsel. But they're going to have to be very careful about communication because there's a lot of gossip that they're going to find out is, from in-house. Said Kathy Ty and Bots. Dub for y'all. Yep, it's a dub for y'all. Knight of Swords. Y'all. These people have even gone as far as to have people on the inside go back and forth with messages to try to keep an eye on what's going on around Tory. But this time around, you got the Temperance, which means there's going to be balance through a new beginning. And this is falling under the Justice card. This AG is really considering all his options. Sorry about that. He's really considering all his options. And this is why things are being unsealed. Ain't that about nothing? I get to reading on the case and all 6 of the bots start showing up. Somebody budget is getting low. We're getting less and less bots by the day, y'all. Like I said, you got a King of Pentacles over here. Someone who invested heavy influence. Possibly, allegedly invested a lot of money into the outcome of this case. They're facing complications now. Said, I cannot wait for everything to come to light. I could imagine getting 10 years. I couldn't imagine getting 10 years for some ish I didn't do, shaking my head. Not even just getting 10 years for something you didn't do. To have the prosecutors purposely take your witness and flip them to theirs and then not allow other people to testify. Said, I know Cubic Zirconia Nation is nervous about this unsealing of documents. Oh, they nervous about a lot because the current case that she got out in California, baby, they're trying to move that to federal circuit court so that they can get it to New York. So now it's like the ball is in the court of, Tory and his family. They get to look over multiple options. And this is a Wheel of Fortune. This is a good moment for him. There's an offer that's about to come out of this. Something that's going to help to bring stability. I'm channeling the term time served. They're going to possibly offer him time served or the possibility to have a new trial. Say Jay thought he was going to create another Rihanna. Bigfoot can't even sell $13 tour tickets. Oh, Jesus. Did y'all see how the people in Glasgow is lighting her up right now? She said that her show was canceled due to construction, and they out there like, no, the hell is not. Ain't no construction out here. Oh my God. Yeah, so this is going to offer an opportunity. It's going to be an offer that comes out of this. So you've got the Knight of Wands here that is falling under this Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords with the King of Pentacles. Y'all, the AG he's really digging up information. He's searching for the juice because this is looking like he wants to know more about the inner workings of what the argument was actually about. He wants to know more about the physical altercation that people keep denying. He wants to know more about the ballistics, the weapons. He wants to know about the fragments that disappeared. So he really is digging. Queen of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And this is falling over here with the Temperance and Justice. Y'all, the end is near. It is getting very near because it's like somebody in the AG's department. It's like they have a hunch. They're following a hunch. And the evidence, once they start, turning over these sealed documents, something isn't adding up. Five of Pentacles. AJ, you the only one don't have to be here. Let's usher you out. Goodbye. If it's not your cup of tea, why are you staying? So yeah, this is definitely going to be a shocker because a lot of people are going to have to reevaluate what they thought about this once these hidden files get opened up. Damn, y'all said she was a useful idiot. So that a lot of women who are weaponized for a purpose. Yeah, unfortunately. Y'all, two swords with the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is going to come through and shake the table. Whatever influence that was used before, they don't have that option anymore. She sure won't be saying, don't make me call Rock Nation. So this tower fell out, but it actually fell out in reverse, which means that everything that was going bad for Tory is now being rescinded. Strength at the bottom of the deck, which represents the Leo. Says she's not on anyone's charts, and I think her album going to do numbers. I can't wait to drag Megan supporters on IG and LSA and everywhere. I want to see how this album does now that it's not going to have the AG's report or his statement to lean on. That's going to be very interesting. Said, what will be the energy towards Henny from the industry and the public after the truth comes out? Damn good question. Um, Let me see something. I'm going to get some oracles for that. Show me the energy around how the industry is going to feel once the AG makes this decision with the unsealed file. Wow, so creativity steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off of you. Forcer forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. Running. So, ooh, caught a case. Sexual infection, sexual disease, rash. Fishing for comments. So people are going to really, they're going to be, it's almost like, people are going to make their decisions, but they're going to be waiting to see what other people say before they comment. Travel, wolves and sheep's clothing. So I'm getting running, travel, wolf and sheep clothing, which means that she may try to, stay out of the public eye, pretty much fall back and stay away from public scrutiny. She's going to try to run from social media, possibly, stay away from industry events. Y'all see what that say? Talking ish. So remember I told you that altercation, the AG wants to know more about it. There's girl fight, and that's right up under forcer. Running. Looking you up. So people are going to notice that she's disappeared from social media, possibly disabled her accounts. Cock blocking. So the story is, the full story is actually going to come out about what actually happened, guys. Fishing for comments, an offer. So it's about to get very petty in social media, I promise y'all. So she's already crying about how nobody wants to work with her. Yeah, travel, giving money, travel. So they could even possibly send her on a retreat. No, she's not dropping the stallion for her name. That was actually a marketing ploy for her commercials for Amazon Prime Day. Cyberbully. You are being bullied online, and they are or have suffered from it. I don't know who wrote out this card, but so the end result, like I said, everybody's going to wait to see what the initial tidal wave of comments are going to be. They're going to wait to see what the people say, and then boom, cyberbully. So y'all see this? Threatening, intimidating, bothered. It's not going to look good. There's going to be a huge tidal wave. Rejected. Someone who's going to try to seem unfazed. Uninterested. But the whole time you're in your head due to legal issues. Now we got an offer here. Fishing for comments, marrying for money. So marrying for money doesn't necessarily mean actually getting married, even though it could. But this is like, signing contracts, negotiations, and agreements. Because when you sign a contract, that's also a form of, being tied to someone, like a marriage. So this is, damn, marrying for money and attached to thief. I didn't even get a chance to finish what I was saying. So contracts, when it comes to, offers, um, sponsorships, branding deals, these people are going to feel like they've been robbed for their money. So we can start expecting these sponsorships and these brand deals to start drying up, because they're going to feel like their investment is wasted. Said, so she's going to get called out on her dirt, then run. He said run away to a psych ward or to a rehab for treatment. Possibility. Very strong possibility. Dreamy Shorts. I don't do personals on here, baby. You got to email me at Angel Kisses the Oracle. Crying over you, sad, hurt, upset. So this is how she's going to be off to herself. Bad reputation. Man, hold on. This, damn. Bad karma, fake flexing. Queen rising, stepping into power, praise, coming up into the spotlight. Bottom of the deck is played out. So it looks like the Boa song didn't age too well when she said your time is up, while you still here, while you ain't clocking out. This is looking like what the industry is about to tell her. Said they should add 10 bottles of Hennessy the night on that deck. Oh, Lord. Said she deserves whatever is coming to her for the lies and the evil things she's done. Yeah, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. And see, what happens is once people get comfortable with the cyberbully energy, it's no telling what all is about to come out in the internet. It's going to be a free-for-all. Said, don't nobody want to hear no song about anime. Who are her fans? Well, we know they're not in Glasgow, I could tell you that. Yeah, it says she literally was foreshadowing her own demise with that song. Yeah. Crazy how that works, ain't it? So I see her running away, retreating, trying to hide, trying to... Damn it. Y'all, why did I look over and see this on station head? Lord have mercy. Why y'all got Elmo like this? Yeah, it's gonna be a horrible descent, because I really do see that people are gonna try to wait. They're gonna try to wait it out to see what everybody, opinion is. And when people realize that it's a general consensus, it's gonna turn into a free for all. And once it turns into a free for all, there's no turning back. I said, well, Nikki still expose her and come out with the second installment. Y'all said Elmo speaking facts. Called out Drake for just being Drake. Don't gallop or trot away. Cuff those hooves. Y'all, oh my God. Said love Glasgow for that. Scots are good people. Listen, Scottish and Irish people do not play. They are very feisty, fiery people. Soon as she said it was construction and they had to cancel, Glasgow was like, I know you lying. Ain't nothing going on over here. Like they were very loud and in the front. Yeah, the Scots do not play. And they definitely wasn't for her shenanigans. They didn't let that lie last 5 minutes. I think Nikki has more than a second installment, y'all. But see, the thing is, I also find it interesting that she waited for Nikki to go on tour to start dropping because she knew she was going to be too busy to really have a back and forth. And I think the best thing this time around is for Nikki to not acknowledge her at all until like she's in that second, third week of sales where it's solidified what her album is going to do, period. Said I really don't want Nikki to answer her. Let me find Nikki's cards to see if she's going to do a second installment. She definitely got it, for sure. But I feel for, Nikki, I feel like it would be best if she like I said, she let her go the first 2-3 weeks and, get whatever the actual sales are going to be for her album before she says anything. Because at that point, that album, if it's going to sell, it's going to sell. If it's going to flop, it's going to flop. Said I don't think she would, especially with the truth coming out. She already proved her point. Alrighty. Is Nikki going to drop a second installment? King of Wands, Ace of Wands. 9 of Wands. So 9 of Wands, bottom of the deck is the Wounded Warrior. King of Wands definitely is on go. Ace of Wands definitely on go. So that lets me know that she has it. She has it ready. Say yes, Nikki's been ignoring her and the other rap girls so she don't give her attention. 5 of Cups. So this is like she's saying that she regrets that she even gave her balance that created a new beginning, which means, paying her any attention in the first place. So this looks like this time around she's saying that she's going to keep quiet and she's going to let her flop. Star at the bottom of the deck, which represents the Aquarius. We know that Henny is the Aquarius. Said at the Manchester tour, you can't buy more than 6 tickets in one go. So that seems to be telling me, wow, Nikki is their algorithm. She should focus on the NM6. Yep. 9 of Swords. So this is showing me that she knows that she has anxiety. She's very aware that Henny has anxiety. You got the independent woman. Listen, Judgment in her coins. She says that she's going to call judgment and literally like six of coins represents like equal reciprocity. So she's pretty much not gonna pay her any mind. But Nikki is that I'm on what you on. Don't come for me. I won't come for you. Other than that, I'm gonna just sit back, mind my business, do my tour, pay you no mind, and let whatever happens happens. You flop, you gonna flop on your own. You sell, you gonna sell on your own, but you won't use my name again. But she does have some heat seekers sitting around waiting, just in case. She has it in her to come back and destroy her if she wants to, but it won't be during the time where they're charting her for her sales. She would let her flop first before she answers her. Um, I'm gonna close this out with the last questions for someone asked about King Von and Dirk on Station Head. Show me the energy between King Von and Dirk. Knight of Pentacles and Four of Cups. So this is telling me that the situation between them was not as fruitful as people thought it was, that this was an unrequited offer. The World, which is the ultimate end of a cycle that led to heartbreak. So the World to the Three of Swords, which led to heartbreak. And the Magician at the bottom of the deck means that this was manifested. Possible energy was created for this to happen, to put the weight of the world on someone's shoulders. We have a Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's a woman that is tied to this very closely. Yeah, the Moon. This woman helped very, 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 very closely to help bring this situation into fruition. Ten of Pentacles and the Magician. So she played her part to get a bag. Here we go. We've got that manifester coming out. The Magician in secret, attached to work. Like I just said, the Magician attached to the Ten of Pentacles. This hardship that brought heartbreak had to happen due to a secret attached to manifesting to get money. And this woman is at the bottom of the deck again. Temperance in reverse. Whatever this was, whatever role this woman played, this did not manifest for her. It actually did the complete opposite. It actually put the nail in her career coffin. Whatever she was promised, she absolutely did not get. It backfired. And the person who made the offer towards her, they were able to move on towards victory. She got nothing. And this woman did all this talking, but this was her job, to distract people with all this talking. No, we're on King Von and Dirk. Like I said, the World, which is the ultimate end of someone's cycle, the Three of Swords, which brought heartbreak, fall on top of this Six of Wands. Someone had to go for someone to win. We've got the Five of Swords that popped out. It literally just spent around on the table until it went in reverse. So there was conflict behind the scene that was veiled through what appeared to be, two people getting along, but they were in a bad place before Vaughn passed away, and this is what led to the Tower. Card of the Truth. Ace of Swords falling under the moon. And you see this woman in heavy anxiety because somebody up here is hunting her. The Magician on the table falls right above the Ace of Pentacles. So this manifested a large amount of money, multiple financial opportunities for someone to be cut off. Two of Swords was at the bottom of the deck. Two of Swords just came out and I finished shuffling. Like I said, someone had to go for someone to win. The Two of Swords falls under the Ten of Pentacles. Someone was cut off for a large amount of money. Yeah, I saw that. Said Dirk was on live when everyone told him that Vaughn passed away. And he acted like he didn't even see it and was laughing. I remember that. Yeah, I said the woman being hunted is his sister. Interesting. What's her sign? Yep. This was a wish fulfillment, but this Nine of Cups falls under this Temperance in reverse. So it was a wish fulfillment to not give her a nickel. She was never going to get a dime. She didn't even know it. Played herself from the jump. They were never going to give her anything. And this affected her work. You see this? Six of Pentacles. You see all these hands right here? This person, passing out money to all these different people. The Sun. Now we know that Vaughn gave to everybody that was around him. He made sure he gave back to the hood. Yeah, Kayla did give Dirk Vaughn's hard drives. Dirk definitely didn't expect Vaughn to surpass him. Vaughn was going to leave Dirk in his smoke. That Two of Swords says a lot. A sacrifice was made for sure. Okay, so she's a Sagittarius. Thank you for that. Wait a minute. So Kayla's a Sagittarius just as well as Asian. That's interesting. So also Dirk made sure the first thing he did was have Vaughn's sister go to his house and get the hard drives of the music and bring it to him. Okay, says, I had a question with everything coming out about Drake. Will XXX case come up too? Not anytime soon, until they realize that they no longer can use his influence. You're protected as long as they can use you. When they can't, London Bridge comes falling down. Hey, Yaya B. I was asked about the energy between Dirk and Vaughn. Okay, so yes, they're both Sagittarius. Funny enough, she just popped up in this whole Cardi and Offset mess. Yep. Eight of Cups, walking away from this relationship. So Vaughn definitely was walking away from this relationship. He had opportunities coming in. He had very big opportunities coming in. he literally was going to be the bigger star. Okay, so Asians December Sag, Kayla's the November Sag. Got it. Five of Pentacles. Like I said, this person never intended on giving her a dime. She thought that she was going to become the Queen of Pentacles, but they cut her off from the bag. And when it was all said and done, when he was laid to rest, here she is in deep anxiety. But the deep anxiety comes from you got backdoored from a back door. Said Von's sister and Sexy Red are both sleeping with Chief Keef now. Wow, get the hell out of here. What? Lord have mercy. I don't know if y'all heard that over here on Station Hit, but I just read a comment on YouTube that says that Kayla B and Sexy Red are both dealing with y'all gotta excuse me. Oh my gosh. Both dealing with Chief Keef. Lord have mercy. Got to be more careful. This is the reason why the woman allowed herself to be manipulated. King of Swords, Ace of Cups. So you had feelings for this person. And this person used you to backdoor your own person, your own people, and then backdoored you. Also, that they can diversify their opportunities. Seven of Cups to Three of Wands. And the only way that can come about, see this? Death. An end to a new beginning. Said Chief Keef popped out after all these years and jumped straight into drama with man. Said, but that sister never sat right with me and she acted like she was in love with Vine. That was weird. It was almost like how Carlissa used to always be talking about Blue back in the day and talking about his man meat and her husband's is bigger than his anyway. It's the same weird type energy. It's like, why are you concerned on this level? Said, what career does Kayla B have? I'm so confused. What does she do? Well, she remembered. Well, no, see, you don't remember. Damn. She was supposed to rap. She put out a song. I think she had out a video. Baby, I can't remember the song. Don't ask me the name of it. I heard it for like 30 seconds. If it was that long, to me, she doesn't have the voice for rap. That was her brother's gift. But after that one song, it didn't really go nowhere. She never did any club dates, and I guess she may have given up. Outside of that, I really don't know. I have zero idea. I can't tell you. Yep. And see, this is him defending himself. This is him becoming a wounded warrior. While everybody watched. So after Kayla said they slept together while, I that Why do people tell this kind of stuff? Like, social media don't need to have that kind of information. No, nobody needs to know you that way. Why would you tell us that you did to do with people on your menstrual? Like, we don't need to know you that way. Yes, that's a form of spell work. It's a very powerful form of spell work at that. I'm not even playing with you. All sailors must sail in the Red Sea. No, you don't have to. If you knew about spirituality and blood magic, you would know why you don't have to do that unless you want to tie yourself to someone and can't get rid of them. That's how you get people that get to being stalkers and they end up crazy over you because you're doing a blood pact. It's a goodness. Her and Asian used to get into it along about the way she spoke about Vine. Asian even said that she was in love with him. It was a very twisted dynamic, I tell you that. Well, cashmere it is. It's a form of blood magic and sex magic. It's a way of binding someone to you. And see, the thing is, once you do that, especially if the person is lower vibrational, that's how you end up with those people that go crazy over you and you can't get rid of them. So you gotta really be cautious when you get to doing stuff like that because you could end up in a very very hard rock in a rock. Can't even say it. A rock in a hard place. Like that's nothing to first of all, that's nothing to share. We didn't need to know that. Let's get you out of here since you begging to say the N word. There you go. You can go. So the blood in the spaghetti thing, so that's why Louisiana men don't eat red sauce. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get you out of here. Let's get you out of here too. So remember when kids used to do that? My blood sister, not me, was a spell of sorts. Yes. Anything you doing with blood binds. And you're right, Angel, baby. That is extremely nasty. What? So Raven Simone wife puts blood in her spaghetti and Raven admitted she ate it. So she did blood magic on you. You know about it and you still sitting there. Lord have mercy. LOL. So why I just hear King Von's song with him saying I don't play that? Listen, I don't blame him. Said I guess because they beefing, she thought that was gonna hurt sexy, but Kayla looked crazy. Yes, she does. Very much so. And then what happens when the relationship don't work out between you and Chief Keef and you out here talking like that? You got to still think about, who are you going to date after that that's going to want to be bothered with you after putting all of that information out here in the street. Said my ex was from Shreveport and won't touch anything with that has red sauce. Listen, because when Mississippi and Louisiana know better than anywhere else that people do that. It's a way of life for some people. I tell any man, if you got a woman cooking for you, get in the kitchen and work with her while she cooking for you. See exactly what she doing. Unless you really, really trust that woman, you need to be in that kitchen with her, helping her cook, knowing what the hell go in that food. And same thing for women, because there's men out here that do that stuff too. So my question is, why did Metro start to play Drake's music? Is it because he was losing money? Well, from what I hear, they supposed to be trying to sue him to take the song off all of the internet. Drake done went in, got his corporate daddies to help him sue Metro Boomin to get the BBL Drizzy taken down, which is insane because she just used it with Sexy Red on her song, and that song is awful. Yeah, that it is gross justice for us, but when you in certain sectors, they do a lot of that type of stuff. That's why people need to take more time talking and getting to know folks so that they can know the customs where these people come from and understand the type of families and the dynamics they come from, because it's a thing. It really is. He said that is absolutely disgusting. I could never bring myself to do anything to someone's food. Yeah, Drake do sound like a sore loser. He sound like a Karen. So that's why Metro said in the tweet he was going to put his album on all on platforms. Have I ever tried Indian food? Absolutely. I love tandoori and butter chicken. Said I really want the black community to heal because these generational traumas and curses are deep. Yeah. No, baby, not red sauces and hot sauce, but I mean, hey, if somebody is devious, they might do that too. More so like spaghetti sauce, like tomato sauce, things like that. A lot of men from those regions will not eat spaghetti sauce. They just won't, eat anything that got a red base, a red roux, because a lot of women down there believe in putting juju in the food, aka the essence. Angel said I popped out from under the house and said I wasn't coming back until 2025. Let me crawl back under the house. Oh my gosh. Said, have you ever channeled Pop Smoke? Yes, I did. Um, I've never heard of anybody do anything with ketchup, but like I said, devious people will do anything to get to, you know, whatever they want to do. I don't put nothing past a devious person. I don't believe in bending people's will, because at the end of the day, when you bend people's will, eventually the spirit wants to be free, and that person will be free one way or the other, even if they have to hurt you to be free. It's not worth it to force somebody to do what you want them to do. Just let folks do what they want to do. So they say Chris Sean Jr. is with Smiley. She did a live and showed him. I'm so twice removed from that situation. I'm going to just pray for the baby, because he's the only one in this whole equation that really doesn't deserve to be caught up in any of this. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Even God doesn't mess with free will. And that's why, none of us have the right to do so. It's the one gift that God gave all of us outside of the life that we have, the air that we breathe, is free will. He even allows us to choose him or not choose him. So if God gives you the choice to choose, who is anybody else to take that from you? Said, I'm not chasing no one for emotions. Um, I don't believe in bending anybody's will. Let people do as they please. If somebody really wants you, you should want them to be there because they really want you. Because I promise you, them love spells, when they backfire, they could end up loving you to death. And it would be your own fault. Said, yeah, she's back up. Hold on. She's back up. Stop asking about him because she stands on business with him and her own kids. Wow. So how do you break that type of blood bond? First thing first, that type of stuff, it works better when you vibrate low. So, to get to breaking that type of energy, you gotta stop drinking. You can't do any drugs. You gotta refrain from sexual activities. Um, you gotta stop eating the person's food, and you gotta go into heavy prayer. And there are people that can work to remove it from you, but even with that, you have to be very careful because you have a lot of people who will take just enough off of you and then put something else on you so that they can keep you coming back giving them money. Um, More than anything, the more you pray, the more you tap in, the harder it is to control you and the harder it is for that stuff to work. And see, what happens is when you get to praying for protection and you ask the angels to um, pretty much neutralize anything that's been sent to you, to, what's the word? To transmute. When you ask the angels to transmute anything that's been put on you or sent to you, it starts to come off of you. And when it comes off of you, it goes back to the person that put it on you. And see, this is what a lot of people don't know when they do love spells. When it backfires on the person that you put it on, because you have to keep doing it over and over and over again. It's not going to continue to work. It takes maintenance. But as it starts to backfire, to put a spell on them is to actually put a spell on yourself. So you become, enamored with this person. You start to become obsessed with this person. And as it starts to wear off on them, now the very spell you put on them has you bound. And now you're chasing the person who doesn't want you anymore. So, by you binding that person's will, when it starts to come off of them, now you bind it yourself. So it's just definitely, it's not worth it. I tell anybody, don't do it. Stay away from it. Let people do what they want to do. If they want to leave, let them leave. You said that's not true. She didn't do a live and show him. Please don't lie to Angel. Smiley went live and people heard him in the background. He isn't with Smiley either. Thank you for that update, Justice for Us. Says choose or salvation, choose your destruction. You are correct, madam. Yeah, it's to bind someone, period, is destructive because you don't know how that binding is going to backfire. You have to tether yourself to someone to tether them to you. And see, that's the part that people don't understand about doing that root work. You can't bind that person to you without binding yourself to them. You have to offer yourself to the entity that helps you do that work. So it never really ends well. And see those women that put stuff off in the red sauce? What happens when you start to go off into menopause and you can no longer put stuff in the red sauce and then that hold don't hold like it used to? And then that person ain't bind it like they used to because the hormones, the pheromones, all that stuff, you don't have it to give like you used to. What happens, you get pregnant by that person, and during that time you're pregnant, you don't have that essence to put in that food the way you used to. See, these are the things that those types of women don't think about. Unless you're going to be so diabolical that you're going to make a whole freezer full of red sauce to last for 9 months. And you see how much work that take to you got to imprison yourself to trap somebody else. That's just crazy. That's right, Miss LaDon. I don't want to be with nobody either that don't want to be with me. It don't make sense. No, baby, it's not always the teens that don't know no better doing this. You got grown ass, old ass women that's in church with tambourines and Bibles and them big old Kentucky Derby hats that's doing this, and they've been doing it for years. Please don't think that it's just young, immature people that don't know no better. It's people that's been doing this for generations, and they pass the information down throughout the family from great grandma to mama to the next generation. That's why I said you got to learn about the culture that people come from, the families that they come from, the customs that they practice. This is way better than just this new school Pinterest, IG witch type stuff. I seen, I watched Charmed 2 or 3 times, and I think I know how to do a spell. There are some people that they've been doing this for generations. It's a prime example of someone putting stuff in their spouse's food is Charles and Miss Netta. Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes, it works like a boomerang. It sure do come back and knock you down. Said, can you do a love spell on yourself? Anytime you do a love spell on someone and it don't work, you really did do a love spell on yourself, because it ends up making you obsessed with the person that you tried to attach to you. Said we can use a certain type of palm oil to neutralize that forget me not love spell. Yeah. You also have to do a lot of spiritual cleansing, a lot of spiritual baths. You definitely have to refrain from drinking or anything like that, anything that lowers the frequency. Believe it or not, even eating shellfish, things like that, like those things that lower the immune system, lowers the frequency and the vibration around you. So how far will Charleston White and Tia Kemp's beef go? To hell and back, because both of them petty as all get out. Said that's why I stay out of this. Yeah, love spells is bad. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Not here to argue, only stating facts. Y'all simmer down. So I believe my kid's father's wife did that to him. I would hope not, but y'all, it's a lot of people who, you know, do this kind of stuff. This is also the reason why they always, grandma and great grandma, they always taught us to pray over our food before we eat. Because when you pray over your food, it helps to neutralize a lot of this types of energy as well. So I wouldn't care what it is. Pray over anything you ingest. Yeah. Spell work is definitely not a good look when you're binding people's will. You have to, and if you're a conjurer, you have to be very careful and responsible how you conjure, because you can mess around and, you know, It can backfire on your bloodline. Said, I know people close in their circle, so please don't speak on him. Okay. Y'all do not argue in this chat, please and thank you. And yeah, Junior's not in CPS and he's doing okay. Let's not speak on that baby. He got enough going on with the energy around him. But if anything, let's pray for him. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, so yeah, B, I did do a reading on that, and the energy around that family is very dark, and it, it's like multiple people in that family have been touched. It's sad. It's really horrible. Yeah, you said you didn't know about shellfish. If you're trying to spiritually cleanse, you need to stay away from anything that lowers the vibration. Shellfish, alcohol, um, anything that alters, you know, your perception, and anything that can lower the immune system. Shellfish can depress the immune system. Okay, so yeah, you're talking about doing an egg cleanse. Egg cleanses can work, but it depending on what it is on you, it takes multiple cleanses. If you got heavy stuff on you and you live close to like open water, like salt water, like the ocean, go to the ocean, because salt water helps to cleanse and neutralize, all spiritual energy and entities. So, what do I do when there's I know that's a bot. What do you do when there's rats and mice in your house? You can't afford to call Orc and move. Oh my God. So this was an interesting lie. We always end up somewhere in a rabbit hole. So please tap into Nikki about this whole Drake diss. I didn't know she had a Drake diss. Hold on, what is this? Says spell work and talk. No, Miss Netta knows her videos. When he eats, she stands over him and watch him eat it like she never moves. Yeah, lobster and shrimp, definitely shellfish. If you're trying to raise your vibration, it's best for you to stay away from those things while you're doing spiritual cleansing. Also, catfish. Catfish is a bottom dweller, and it also depresses the immune system. I would say you're better off probably eating sway, which is a Cantonese catfish. But anything that depresses the immune system, you definitely don't want to have while doing cleansing. So it's the salt body of water with the 4 eggs, natural sponge to cleanse spells. Um, that would help a lot. Um, when it comes to egg cleanses, if you do not know what you're doing, like I would say get someone who is very spiritually aware to help you at least the first time. You can, you could pray the, Psalms, the 91st Psalms rather, or the 35th Psalm, and you do the sign of the Christ over your body, the head, and go down your body with the egg. Go into the salt water or take a salt bath or a vinegar bath, and it's going to help to pull the energy off of you. You want to throw the egg away from the house, possibly if you can, in a body of water, so that whatever energy is absorbed by the egg leaves you. That's what the egg cleansers are for. Oh, you said no. I mean, how she feels about the diss between Kendrick and Drake. Um, I mean, Nicki's a huge fan of hip hop, and y'all, her and Drake are not as close as most people think they are because Drake switches up on her a lot. Said that's how we cleanse in Africa. Okay. Um, Also, I want to say in some Spanish communities, and also like where my family is from, like my family's from Mississippi and Louisiana. So, more so Louisiana, you would see that type of cleansing. Y'all, if y'all gonna argue, please change the subject about the whole Blue and Krishan thing and the baby, because I don't want anybody arguing in my chat. So Drake had Botch B at his tour and disrespected Nicki. I think Nicki is laughing. Yeah, they're not as close as people think they are. Angel, did you read on Remy's son? No, I didn't. I stayed away from that on purpose because that situation runs a whole lot deeper than what y'all think. And that's some real street shit. And I just I don't want to tap into that. Nobody wins on either side. I did see that video with Drake promoting the pills and whatnot. I don't I don't even think it was a joke. That was the more messed up part. Okay, so Igbo, Edo, and Yoruba cleanse that way. Do Tupac have a secret daughter? I don't necessarily think that, a little girl was a secret. I mean, Tupac was married when he was in jail. His wife's name was Keisha, and it was always said that he had a daughter. So, yeah, they said that the man was unalived as Kenny's cousin. It is his cousin. And he's a very big drug lord. Well, he was. I feel like Drake has something to do with stuff with lawsuits and Nicki's husband constantly being attacked because he couldn't have her. Um, I don't know about that, but he is petty for sure. Um, you said, do you need to burn sage? If you burn sage, make sure you also burn Palo Santo because sage cleans and clears out all energy, good and bad. Palo Santo helps to rebalance the good energy. Do I think Kendrick is hating on Drake or trying to change the hip hop game? No, I don't think he's hating on Drake. Y'all got to realize that Drake actually started the beef, and Kendrick was quiet for a few weeks, and he kept on poking him. So if you keep on coming for somebody and they respond, you ask for it. And as far as change the hip hop game, a lot of what y'all hear is not hip hop. There's a big difference between rap and hip hop. Hip hop always was informative. A lot of this stuff that's rap don't really take much talent. Drake never could compete with Kendrick Lamar. And that's just a fact. You can't compete where you don't compare. This man is a Pulitzer Prize winner. You know, someone with that level of intellect, you don't go against them when they are literally the embodiment of the pen is mightier than the sword. Somebody who can come up with those types of ideas and those types of thoughts to win a Pulitzer Surprise Award is not, your average. Drake was outmatched when he went against him in the first place. Well, see, it's more than just does a lot of wordplay. When I was growing up, like the people that I was around in the earlier, age with the golden era of hip hop, they were avid readers. They read a lot of really, really heavy, intelligent books. So they never ran out of words because they were constantly feeding their brains. Like Eminem, these are people who constantly read all the time. When you read all the time, you right, you're a wordsmith. You never run out of words. Drake is not on that level. Is he entertaining? Yes. But is he a wordsmith? No. A true wordsmith doesn't need help and a whole team of people to help them write songs. Said Kendrick is morally rich and he couldn't stand Drake promoting BS. I mean, yeah, Kendrick still has his flaws, but for the most part, his flaws are nowhere near where Drake's are. Yeah, intellectual and lyrically gifted, right? Let's get you out of here. Thank you, whoever got to him first. I didn't know that Drake sued Wayne either. He's trying to sue Kendrick right now, and he's showing why people are saying that he's not a part of the culture because here it is. You started a war, you lost, and then you want to come back and sue because you're a sore loser. He's being such a Karen. He's proven everybody right now. Said I would feel so stupid if I was Drake because he's the butt of every joke in the industry. I mean, he asked for it. You told Metro Boomin to shut up and go make a beat. What was the beat? BBL Drizzy. Now you want to sue him for making BBL Drizzy. Why are you here? Talking about stop yapping. Let's thank you. Why are you here? Drake is so shea butter. I can't even say that Drake is shea butter. He's more like suave lotion. Said he got his tour bus rap saying he's on a revenge tour. Well, he need to start with himself. Because, I mean, who is he going after for revenge? He got exposed by what, two or three of his ghostwriters. How do you get exposed by your own ghostwriters? That in itself is crazy. Hey, Blue Royalty. Said I was told we should keep our wisdom teeth. I mean, if it doesn't hurt your mouth, I'd definitely say you should keep it because all of your teeth are attached to different meridians in the body. Yeah, apparently he's on tour. Said he tried to take some time off and focus on his rap. So I wonder how J. Cole is doing. J. Cole is doing fine. He actually was just here in Detroit shooting a video with what's his name? The one that did First Day Out. I can't even think of his name right now. That's messed up. T Grizzly. He just shot a video with T Grizzly. I heard he canceled the Cali show too. Yep. Him and T Grizzly just shot a video. So J. Cole ain't stopped working. He's out here being peaceful. I mean, it just wouldn't make any sense for him to be in Cali, period. Not with the climate right now. You said you make instruments and get paid from TuneCore. What type of instruments? Hold on, Nisa. You blocking somebody who actually is, cool with the channel. History maker is okay. Well, it's more than Kendrick scared Drake off from LA, from Cali. Everybody in Cali except for the game told Drake he better off not coming. Well, he was using Mac Dre influence on his music years ago, but I don't see why he trying to do it right now. I said I think if Drake would be okay if he changed his ways. Um, some of the stuff that he been accused of that he not even clearing up, I don't know if you can change that. Well, I'm about to get off of here. Y'all saying me and Millie on here at the same time. I'm about to get off of here because we've been on here for a while. But I appreciate every last one of y'all. I got personal readings to tap into tomorrow, and I got a lot of content to catch up on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Station head, I love y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead on and close it out. I'll be kicking it with y'all sometime soon. I'm gonna go ahead and cut y'all off first. Have a great night, everybody. And YouTube, good night to all of you. And I'll see you soon. Nikki went #1 in Portugal leading up to her show tomorrow. Oh, well, see, I told y'all she was going to keep breaking records. Have a great night, everybody. See y'all soon.